Major change is underway, and February 2026, finally achieving safety in the darkness. You might be very in tune to all of the changes that are happening in the world. Heck, we're starting off February with a major change. Heck, I'm live in the afternoon. There's a major change right off the bat. The energies are quantum, and you're going to want to be fluid with these energies. And for anyone that gets this February 2026 energy update, if you're very focused on having safety with your health, your wealth, your relationship, your vocation, this is the message. You're going to want to take out a pen and paper. You want to take some notes. We're going to be talking about those pillars. We're going to be talking about courage, the major change, focusing on during this month, we have a Ring of Fire solar eclipse on the 17th. And for those that are in different stages of their journey, some people were preemptive, knowing the time, implementing changes. A lot of clearing had to be done. And for those that have already done it, like we could see how intense the energies are right now. So those that have been preemptive, those that are being fluid with the energy, okay? Those that are part of the community, and you might be seeing me for the first time. It's good to see you. You could see this as it's playing out. I gotta be fluid with this energy. We're live in the afternoon, so not being too rigid is going to be helpful. All right. Even myself, I'm a big believer in routines and rituals to build a foundation. But as we go into February, as we have major change, and some people will make it pass them by, but that's why you're on this video today at any point. And if you're truthfully focused on this, February is going to bring that finally you start to see a little bit of that new beginning. Okay, so this is the 1 year. This is the year of the horse. I mean, I want you to just reflect. I do discuss the quickening. Has time been speeding up? So I want you to really reflect on this past month. Can you believe we're already 1 month into this year? I'm going to offer that to you. All right, so sometimes we have to sit back. We have to realize these things ourselves. And we're realizing how fast it's moving. So it's lightning fast. We're racing like the horses are off, and we're headed to the place. What's the place? The place of abundance. And I'm going to teach you as we get to the end of this lesson today what abundance really means. You might hear people talk about abundance. What does abundance really mean? We're going to learn in this episode today. So I'm absolutely grateful for everyone. We are live. Grateful to see everyone. Cliff, Amy, Sunshine Ray, Sun and Moon, Noel, Lacey. Appreciate everyone that is coming on. Lisa, please put a like on this video. We're live, and it sends out a message to other people that want to have this information, that are very focused on this year, the year of new beginnings. So February 2026 energy update is underway. And this is a month where you find safety in the darkness. I've been sharing with the community that we're headed to destination unknown. And it is like we're navigating in the darkness. We're in uncharted waters, headed to this destination. And it is essential that your nervous system feels safe. And this is something that I've been teaching with the community. And when you achieve and you feel safe, do you feel safe at home? Do you feel safe in your relationship? Do you feel safe at the workplace? Or are you riddled with anxiety all day long? So this is a month of courage. Leo the Lion, the month of courage. You need to be flexible in the quantum energy. So, last night we had an amazing message that we sent out, and it kind of shifted everything right out of the box to start this month. and I move. God, when God moves me, I move. And I hope that people that are listening to this today, don't be so regimented. When God moves you, now is the time. It's always now. Quantum shifting is always now. It's always instantaneous. Well, what do you mean? Because it is that inner decision. It is a place that you dwell on the inside. And there are going to be people that continue to do the same thing. All right. I did that in the overall video for the energy theme of 2026 as a whole. If you didn't watch that, okay, it'll pop up at the end of this one. And every decision that you make this year, are you making the decision out of fear, or are you making the decision out of unconditional love? You know the answer. I'm just guiding you. Sharon, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Thank you so much, Sharon. And thank you to whoever left the super chat before I went live on the air. If someone could let me know, I'm so grateful for the super chat and the support. I love you guys very much. Major change is coming. And sometimes in order for that, I appreciate you, Cliff. I love you, Cliff. Thank you very much. In order to have major change, sometimes we have to hit absolute zero. Especially those that are in this absolute cold right now. It's getting things to shake up. So sometimes we have to get to that low so that we could reach higher highs. Sometimes in our everyday life, we have to reach a new low, which we hit last night, and that new low gets us to reach a higher high. What is this energy like? Well, this energy is like God pulling back on the bow and arrow. Sometimes you got to get pulled back, and then God launches you. Sometimes for that big tsunami wave to cause so much change, the ocean's got to pull back. And you're sitting there with nothing, and you're looking around. You say, "There's no water here. There's nowhere," but you could see all the nooks and crannies, all the crevices of the ocean floor. You couldn't see that stuff. Don't stay there too long staring at it. You're going to have to get up and move. This is the year of the horse, kid, or the horseman in the chat. I'm sure the horsemen are here. So move with courage. Move with courage, especially those that have tended their garden, got their house in order. I know there's new people to the channel. So did you really spend a lot of time putting an end to your old self last year? Did you do it? That was the 9 year. Did you was everything clear and cleansed and ended? 999. It's over, kid. Did you cut the cords? Did you cut the cords? Did you cut the cords that lead to your old self? Or maybe did you cut the cords to these fake friends over here that aren't your friends? All right, they're just draining you. They're actually like balls and chains, tethering you to a certain level of ascension. You can't ascend any higher. You have to cut the cords. Did you cut the cords with that relationship that's not serving your purpose? Did you cut them off? Did you cut these things? The scissors are coming in the chat right now. Here come the scissors. Did you cut these cords? Did you clear and cleanse? Did you cauterize? Did you slam the door shut? Did you stop your ways? Sometimes in life, you're the problem. I love when people get pumped up, and some people get triggered by that. Oh my God, if you're getting triggered, you have to click subscribe. And heck, if you haven't clicked subscribe, click subscribe. I'm usually not live in the afternoon. You'll get a notification click the bell, right? So when I do come, I'm live 9 a.m. Eastern time, but by doing that, you'll get a notification if I come on a different time, like right now. There is a massive shift that's happening. And, when we're going into chaotic energies, we had a lot of solar activity, the solar flares, shifting stuff up. We could see weather being shifted up. You could have things shifting up inside of your body. Ascension symptoms for those that are new. What's up, Rye? I love you. I appreciate Poppy. What's up? We're here, Poppy. Everyone's coming in. I know I don't usually go live now, but this is a massive shakeup that's happening, and it really started last night. So when you hit that all-time low, and this is how God gives us the messages. This is what we have to look for. At first glance, some of these things might seem scary to us. It might seem a little spooky to us. You feel a little uncomfortable. But when you're pruned and it's frozen and you're sitting with it. I had a mentor years ago. He said, you got to sit with it. I didn't want to hear it back then. So I know there's some people that don't want to hear this, but sometimes in our life, we have to sit with it. And when we sit with it and we let it marinate a little bit, that's what actually gets us to change. And I reflected and I share from a place of authenticity with the community. I had big ideas, big plans last year, but last year was that energy. There was work that needed to be done. And the work didn't happen in the numbers. The work didn't happen in the physical. But what happened, it happened in the background, which is the only thing that actually matters. It happened in the subconscious. For those that have not clear cleansed and ended the past, for those that didn't cut the cords, for those that didn't put an end to the previous version of yourself. If you did all those things that I'm just talking about, so now you see the change. So this is going to be a month as we're headed towards this year, and everyone's going to refer back to what I shared in the overall 2026 energy theme. It is the perspective of what you did last year. There are people that are stubborn. My Nana used to call them thick. She used to say, you're thick, right? These people, thick, right? If people, they're set in their ways and they didn't do the clearing, the cleansing, the pruning, the ending, the cutting of the cords. So now we're into February. Now the energies are, now we're going, right? We're fast paced. The horses are racing right now, right? So if you did all those things, it is going. Sharon knows the answer, right? My Nana knew a lot. Okay, so if you did these things, but if you are still repeating, you might struggle. I hope everyone that's out there, and you might consume energy updates. You're on the awakening journey. You're on the ascension journey. We're gonna have to. I'll give you a little time out. You have to realize that there is actual work, that there's responsibility, that there's things that we had to have done. And I watch this in my everyday life. I can watch people in the locations that I go to, and they still do the same thing over and over again, and they're still miserable. Recently, I went back and I visited, some of my old friends, a group, and it's great to see people that have leveled up in a post-2020 world. And then we have a friend, we have a buddy. He keeps doing the same thing. He keeps doing the same loop, and he's miserable. He doesn't. So the moral of the story is, okay, and you're going to click the subscribe button if you really want to take the authentic journey in 2026. That's what I'm here. I'm here to do the authentic journey. We're going to have to let go of the past. We have to get off that loop. I'm sure there's people that are tuned into this message right now, and you could say to yourself, heck, oh, wow, my life, it's been on a loop. I noticed this cycle in my life. Well, now it's time for us to break the cycle. And now there's a resorting that's happening during the shift right now. Okay? As we move forward now in this month, we are seeing the gathering of like-minded souls. How you doing? Did you find me for the first time? Oh my God, look at that, right? Gilson knows, got to break the loop, got to get out of the basement, right? We all know, right? The community's here, all right? If you're the divine masculine, you're ready to rise, smash the like button. If you're the divine feminine, you're ready to rise, you're going to smash the like button. And I speak for both, and everyone, when you go on this journey, you need to get the perspective of both the masculine and the feminine. And you want to merge that, and you want to achieve hemisync, and you have to understand what your divine feminine's doing. You got to understand how your divine masculine's operating, So there's safety in the darkness. So especially for more of the masculine, ready? For more of the masculine, you want to achieve safety in the pillar that is going to come in your work. You got to have that nervous system nice and safe. You're ready to build. You're ready to support. You're ready to support your woman, even if she ain't there. You have your pillars. You got your foundation. And if you're the divine feminine, supposedly, are you prepared? Are you prepared to use your intuition so that you're going to have to submit. You're not going to play these modern woman games, right? Especially this month, the month of love, baby. All right. Your nervous system, divine feminine, you have to know this, because you're going to keep going to the wrong men. You're going to keep doing the same loop. I'm sure there's many women that are in this chat right now. That's why you never feel safe. That's why you never feel safe. So you need to know, okay, and this is why I teach everyone here on this channel. You need to know who you are. How do you achieve safety in the darkness? How do you achieve safety? How do you know? You're going to have to use your intuition. You got to get your clairs up. If you're the woman, you have to know, okay, I feel safety. Okay, maybe not by, whatever the matrix, whatever your loser friends. Okay, we know about the hyena clique. If you're on this channel, do you know about your loser friends? All right, the divine feminine knows this. All right, you got to stay away from the hyenas, girl. If you're the divine masculine, are you focused on building the future, right? Or you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time on OF and on Instagram with this nonsense, okay? You got to get up. This is the month. You got to say, my God, I got to get up. I got to start building like Uncle Mike. I got to start working. I got to start leading. This is the month, all right? And if you're getting empowered, you keep hitting that like button as we go through this lesson today. We are empowered like never before. You've probably never seen a channel like this before. Oh, baby. Which leads me, see, in life, everyone wants you to fit in the box, okay? So this month, imagination awakened. Just imagine. Imagination, like Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla took his imagination, and from a different dimensional plane, through his ideas, he brought his inventions into this world. In this month, your imagination is awakened. The wonder. Think about this word, wonder. Think about your imagination. What are you imagining? I had a dream. I had a vision. I had a vision for this channel, what I'm doing here, also on Facebook now, right? And we have to implement it and not be the same, not be like everyone else. And if you trigger people, good, bro, trigger them and get them out of your way. You're triggering people, good, girl, because you're stronger than them, girl. You understand? This is how you have to be. This is where we have to go. You have to be empowered at this time. So your imagination, the thoughts, I had thoughts, and people will try to, again, it's a tethering. It's a tethering of a timeline. It's tethering to a level. So on your journey, if you're saying, I'm done with this loop, you're on the right video right now for this month and moving forward. Alexandria, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Alexandria writes, share Mike's daily lessons to your social media. It can help many more people. I appreciate that, Alexandria. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for that beautiful message. Yeah, everyone share these videos because they're designed to help you improve your everyday life. And on my journey, you want to be a master at manifesting. You have to realize, okay, when you put something out in the world, you want to do stuff that other people are going to benefit from. In the modern society, there's a lot of parasitical people out there. Do you know this? So when you want to succeed, all right, when you want to succeed in any aspect of life, you want your pillars, you want to have your foundation, right? We build it up. We build a kingdom here. And if you want to have that strength, what you're putting out to the world is creating what's called a positive feedback loop. When we come together, right, gathering of like-minded souls, when we come together with a gathering of like-minded souls, we are creating a constructive interference wave. I know there's many people tuned in. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this world. Okay, so constructive interference wave. Stop living in the ego in February. You could get together with like-minded people just as friends. Maybe you're going to get out of your ego, because the ego actually prevents love. The ego actually prevents relationships. You got to get out of that ego, girl. You got to stop wasting your time with fake arm candy, bro. You got to get in alignment. And when you do this, when you leave your ego at the door, all of a sudden the life changes. Other than that, you got to do you. In February, you do you. You're not waiting on anyone. Everyone knows their role at this point. You keep moving forward. You got to keep going. Okay, it says right there. Got to keep going. And when you do this, all of a sudden your life starts to, all of a sudden you get off the hamster wheel. Your life, maybe it was on repeat. You got to say enough is enough. We're not repeating this anymore. What did I say to the community, right? Those that have been here. The only thing we're not doing is looping again. Does that resonate with you? That's the strength that you have to have. And you got to say, the only thing I'm not doing is looping again. I'm not doing this again. I got to expand. All right. My wealth has to expand. My love, my relationship, better relationship, right? Better stuff. Or you're just improving yours. My health, I'm going to be healthy again. All right. Are you going to be healthy again in 2026? You're going to write healthy again in 2026. This is the mindset. And you're going to have what's called a vocation in life in 2026. I have a vocation in life, a mission from God. You understand? It's different. It comes from a different place. When it's a mission from God, I get up in the rising, I'm ready to go. Okay. Usually I'm up I'm doing this at 9 a.m. But we're a little off right now because of the magnitude of last night's video. So that's an everyday life example of myself. You know, I have to say, you know what? I got to let that marinate a little bit. I got to let the people listen to that first, and then they're going to come in here, and then now we're going. Now we're going. It's February. Yeah, Rebecca writes, change up the routine. All right, especially in the last 48 hours, it's been all over the yard. So what you're focused on is who you are. A lot of people don't know who they are. Know thyself. It's one of the most powerful videos on the channel page. Got to know thyself. And that's going to lead us to the main point of the lesson for abundance. Beautiful abundance. I know those beautiful 888s are going to start rolling in right now. The abundance is coming in. Oh, what does abundance mean, Uncle Mike? I got to drive a Lamborghini. I have to compete with my friends. And what's the dollar amount in my bank account? Is that abundance? What's abundance? Okay. And when you understand what this is, everything else follows that. Okay. The wealth follows it. You get healthy again. Okay. Everything, you have to understand what this truthfully is and get out of the ego, and then you shift. Before we get to that, Danny Phoenix. We are rising like the Phoenix right now. I appreciate you, Danny Phoenix. Thank you so much for the super chat. Danny Phoenix writes, I'm glad to catch a chat, brother. You're right. The key is stopping loops. Glad to be able to help. Everyone spread the news. Yeah, spread the news. Yeah, I appreciate that very much. I'm very grateful. And again, you know your life. I'm your consciousness coach, right? Like if I was in the gym, right, I'm training you up. I'm telling you what to do. You want to get in shape, right? You want to train this muscle, right? You want to get the abs, bro, whatever it is. Well, for our conscious, we have to be coached up too. And we're going to have to put our ego at the door, and we're going to have to listen, because, really in social media right now, a lot of people don't listen. I see this. I sit, I watch people do the same loop over and over and over and over and over. How you doing? Are you done looping? Are you done being miserable? Are you done? You got to get sick and tired of it. You got to get mad, bro. You got to get mad, girl. Sometimes to be a strong woman, you got to submit to the right man. instead of playing modern woman games. I've seen this over and over again. And they say, what? Why do I keep listen to the words? Why do I keep attracting the same type of guy? Right? It's you. And then there's men. Listen carefully. Everyone's got to listen carefully when the teacher's teaching. Everyone's got to listen carefully. And then they say, I have my third divorce. I know some guys. I got my third divorce. Okay, regardless of who you are, you're going to benefit from this information. You're going to benefit from this, but you got to listen to the information. You got to get out of the ego, and we're going to have to do it February 2026. February 2020, not in the future, not next year. We're going to do it right now. We're all going to do it right now. And I'm leading by example. I am very regimented in my ways. You could see, look at me. I'm on in the afternoon. I'm on in the afternoon. I'm just using that as a little thing. Like I critique myself. Are you constantly critiquing yourself? Are you holding yourself accountable? So if I come out, here I am in front of millions of people. So the phrase I say is, you got to practice what you preach, bro. You got to practice what you preach. And when you do this, and you're gonna do it right now in this month of love and abundance, then we start to move. So what is abundance? What is abundance? Okay. And as I shared last night, it's about freedom. It's about freedom of being you. It's about identity. It's about choosing with free will. Did you know that the main idea of life is free will? If there is no free will choice, there's really no point in being alive. Did you know this? Very deep stuff here. It's a very deep concept. True abundance is about the freedom of being you. True abundance is about your identity, who you are. I could display it to the world. Oh my God, I could just be me. I could be me. I don't have to be fake. I don't have to live somebody else's life. This is what true abundance is. It's not a total amount of money in the bank. I'm more fancier than this guy because my dollar amount. You can't take this stuff with you. Now, money is a tool. Everyone's going to be wealthy in 2026 if you're listening to this, and we're going to do it in alignment. I'm grateful to have some very sharp fellow brothers in the gym, and we're all focused, right? Focus on 6 figures this year. We're having the conversation, right? And I talked about in the video the other day how backwards this world is, and we're having the conversation, and it's like it's wild. There could be some of these 21-year-olds girls that are on OnlyFans. They make more money than the NBA players, but the thing is, at the end of their life, right? Later on, you could make that money. You could sell your soul, but you're broken, and no one's going to love you. So you could do it. Whoever wants to listen to me, you don't have to listen to me. But as I was telling, so we're all focused on this stuff, and we were all just like joking around about it. But that's cool. That's cool. Siphon the energy from the beta males. You can do it. Do it. If you're a guy getting triggered because you pay for it every month, do it. On my journey and my fellow divine masculines' journey, we're building the kingdom. And you need to be respected, bro. You need to be respected. That's why when you see me, right? I don't have some say, I have a girl just to have a girl. You got to be embarrassed, bro. You got to be embarrassed. That's your girl. We have some deep conversations. We see other people. I feel bad for this guy. Look at this clown. Look at this clown. Okay, so in this month, you got to attract real love. You got to be building if you're the man. If you're the woman, right? You got to understand. I'm the divine feminine. If you don't want to listen, everyone's got to do what they got to do this year, because this is how we get new beginnings. New beginnings are coming right now. Okay, your imagination. You start creating. This has been going on over the years, and I just, mentorship has been just a natural thing for me. I always felt like, pick other people up, and this just became like what happens in everyday, it's the name of the channel. What happens in everyday life, people go out on the internet. It's all the same. It's all cookie cutter. It's all fake stuff. Molly, you are not late. You are just on time. I appreciate if everyone clicks the like button if you just came in. Okay, I don't normally come on this time, but listen, we got to practice what we preach in these energies right now. Daytona Dream Girl writes, teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. Teamwork, it's synergy. Otherwise, there's people that are afraid. They're afraid of relationships. They're afraid of people. Then you sit there, then you're sitting in the basement, you're staring at the walls. Are you actually learning about life? And you want to fine tune your intuition to make sure, right, you're making better decisions, right? Better decisions for our everyday life experience. And it's wild. A lot of people resonated with my chat. I just want to go home. All right. It's so wild. And talking to so many people, both guys and gals. I got a lot of tremendous friends, tremendous community. And we see it, and it's wild. And that was why last night's video is erupting right now, because it's check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, do you see what's going on in the world right now? I'm asking, are you conscious and aware of it? I saw my buddy today, he's very focused. We're talking about the frost. Down here, there's frost. I left a picture for the Facebook community. Hit me up on Facebook. There's frost. And we were joking around and saying, it's crazy that people that they go about like it is no big deal what's happening on the earth right now. Do you understand the change that's happening? Are you worthy of a new life? Okay, tremendous hammer I got there. Got to lift the hammer. Got to be worthy. You're listening to the talk today. You got to say, I am worthy. You're going to write, I am worthy. You're going to write it in the comments. You're going to write it on a piece of paper. Then you're going to live it. Then you're going to embody it. I talk about embodiment. Paul writes, your imagination is your universe. Absolutely. That's why you were always gaslit. You were gaslit. The inner child, if you're new, you could go to my manifestation playlist. The inner child is the key. Your inner child, I am just a big kid for those that really truthfully know me. I am a big kid. Your inner child is what you're truthfully manifesting with. Don't shut it off. Create. We have to create. We have to create on a daily basis. We have to create. And listen to your heart. Emotions guide us to our highest calling. We're not a robot. We're not a robot. Where's the love anymore? Do you feel some people shut their hearts off? Okay, shut them off. Keep them closed. You could go with the rational brain. As we're continuing to go through this year, you can go with the rational brain, or I'm gonna follow my heart. They taught you that in the Sandlot. Follow your heart, and you'll be just fine, kid. I love the Sandlot. That was a tremendous movie. They don't make movies. What the heck do they make anymore? We got to get people making good movies again. Remember the Sandlot? That was a great movie. Inspiration, imagination, right? This is what we need. This is what we have to do. We have to get back. We have to get back to the basics. We got to get back to the love. Where's the love? Where's the fun? I need fun in my life. So when I was discussing the gathering of like-minded souls, I would stay away. I mean, I do it. I stay away from negative people. Negative Nancy? Oh, you don't want negative Nancy in your everyday life. No. Nope. Not up in here. You're going to say, remember the lady from, what was that, The Hangover? Not up in here. She said, not up in here. Yeah, you can't have negative Nancy. You can't have it up in here. All right. And again, everything carries a vibrational signature. So you got to understand, you know, that there are things I call dimensional bleeding. So the more positive people that you surround yourself, you don't need people just to surround you. Some people surround themselves with noise. That's why if you love yourself, I've shared it over and over again. The strongest ones of all are the ones that could stand alone. If you don't need someone to define you, no one can hold anything over you. Jose, right? God moves me, absolutely. And we've seen this. You know, I had to break free of my regimented routine that I do here and last night and going into today. And again, these are quantum shifts that are happening right now. And they're gonna shift us. They're gonna shift us to a higher plane of existence. I struggle with this as well. Sometimes, like, as good as the routines are, but you never change that way. And you are gonna have to, if you want major change, you're gonna have to open that heart, man. You're gonna have to open that heart, girl. Everyone, I know there's so many people that are tuned in from around the world. Really in a post 2020 world, and we all went through it. I'm sure there's many people that were hurt, but the change comes from when you're able to move forward, even though you went through these things. This month we have the Ring of Fire solar eclipse, 17th, baby. Wow, Ring of Fire, and you know it's kind of like the reset button, right? But you're gonna see that beautiful Ring of Fire. Let's talk about a ring of fire, and it really is that reset button. These energetic themes that are tugging, right? I know people say, oh, I can't see it, but there are tugs, there are shifts. You feel it in the body. Some people are numb to it. Like people say, oh, Mike, why are these people numb to the ascension symptoms? Why don't they feel the solar flares? Well, that when the moon does that, when you see these certain things that are kind of giving us like a little reset, it's tugging us. It's tugging us to open that beautiful heart, that beautiful ring of fire. Look, the ring of fires are blowing up. Yeah. So, yeah, the purifier's coming. Chat's going by I'm trying to read the chat. We're blowing up today. I appreciate everyone clicking the like button if you just came in. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We've been, and sometimes the purifier comes in the form of the fire, and sometimes the purifier comes in the ice cold, right? Sometimes we got to reach that level where got a flat line, got a flat plane, and then you take off. And that's really that's energy that we're in right now. And I went into detail about it last night. So many people take things for granted. I watch people take things for granted. Do you understand what precious life is? And people don't care. People just keep moving on. People can just keep moving on. So if you're on this today and you truthfully want to make the changes, you want to really see changes in your life, everything that I've discussed today, these are the things you want to focus on all month long. Everything in life, there's a lot of people, I'm sure there's people that came on this today, and you say, oh, I do see this. There's a lot of spiritual bypassing that goes on. All right. These are things that we really actually have to do. And when you do these things and you put yourself out there and you have everyday life experience, then the change comes, and the change comes from embodiment, and the change comes from within. If you don't smile, the world ain't going to smile back at you until you put a smile on that face. You want to put a smile on that face? Let's put a smile. on that face. Is everyone smiling? Uncle Mike's going to check if you're smiling. Okay? Everyone's smiling now. Everyone's sending love now. Everyone's putting their differences aside now. Let's get going. All right? This is what we need to do now. Putting the smiles on. Look at the hearts coming in. Here come the smiles and the laughs. I really, in an attitude of gratitude, I'm grateful for everything that I've literally experienced in, really, if you think about one's life, a short period of time, but we're on an accelerated timeline, and really focus on all of the things that I've discussed throughout today's lesson, and be flexible with these energies. So it's coming in hot, baby. Ooh, it's coming in hot. So you're going to really want to be flexible with these new energies. So I love each and every one of you. Leave a comment down below. Okay, what will you be focused like a laser pinpoint accuracy? What are you going to be focused on this month? Do you have your pillars up? Are you ready to become healthy, wealthy, and wise while you're carrying out your vocation or your purpose? You're living in purpose. Do you have purpose in life? I'm telling you, the purpose in life, it gets the gears to go. And when we get back to the basics, when we get back to love, so on and so forth, it gets these gears turning. So, it's going to be a great February for everyone. I'm grateful for the community support. This was a different start time for this one today. But if it resonated, I appreciate if you click the subscribe button. And we have a daily video, usually at 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. And we have a lot to distribute out to the world, to the community. It's everything's rising up right now. Let's be healthy, wealthy, wise this year. We are breaking loops like never before. Just reading the comments. And, if you missed last night's episode, check it out. There'll be videos that pop up at the end. If you're watching the replay, at the pinned comment, go to the channel page. You could check out the playlist. Check out my manifestation playlist. Hit me up on Facebook. The community grows every day on Facebook as well. I post all day long on Facebook, TikTok, Patreon. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. And I am grateful for the community sharing the videos. It really does help, and we move it forward. And, we have a lot to get out to the world right now. So love is always the answer. And this could be a great month for many people. And then there will also be people that loop again. So, yeah, I'm reading. Yeah, a lot of people are breaking the loop. Break the loop. Let's do it right now. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys very much. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.